What up, though, man? It's James Regallo with Gallo with Genius, man. Here to give my reaction and a recap to the Dallas Mavericks, man, eliminating the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. Last night's, man, Game 6, 117 to 116. This was a dope series. I really enjoyed this series, first and foremost. However, man, I was disappointed in Luka. Even though Dallas eliminated OKC, man, this series made me look at Luka Doncic so much different. Pardon me if I said his name wrong. I'm gonna just go by Luka, but I was just irritated by throughout this series, man. It's step back three or pull up three. If he scores, yay, all in your face cheering, taunting, and getting the crowd in the uproar. But the moment he misses a shot, or if he's attacking the basket and doesn't successfully convert it into an and one, then he's right at the refs chirping away. I just felt like, man, you're a superstar, man, and everybody know your game, and everybody knows, you're gonna attack the basket. You're gonna get some calls, bro. That just come with being the man. But it just really took away from his star power to me, and that was just disappointing. Now, as far as Game 6, man, there was some bogus calls, I believe. I definitely don't believe that Shea. Yeah, man, I definitely don't believe Shea fouled PJ on that last call that gave them 3 free throws attempts from the three. I think that was all the basketball. I think he touched the whole basketball, and I think that was a bogus call. But also, it shouldn't even led up to that. If you OKC, man, you up by 17 or however many you was up by double digits, man. You cannot lose that league on the road. You gotta end that game, man. You gotta close them out. You cannot allow that game to get that close where it come down or something like that, because you are already on the road. I really, 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 really wanted to see this go 7 games. I thought it would have been like a preview of the NBA Finals, like meaning it could have been the NBA Finals. This series might be better than the NBA Finals. That's what I'm trying to articulate. But nevertheless, man, I give it up to my dog Kyrie Irving, man. What a substantial performance, man, and show poise, leadership, and show how he's a veteran. And this is a great storyline for Kyrie, because a lot of people tried to make it seem like Kyrie Irving was the biggest problem, and he was so toxic, and he was the reason why Brooklyn dismantled, and he was the problem in Boston, and the list goes on. And out of that 3 with him, Durant, and Harden, he's the only one to make it to a conference final since. And hopefully he can go further than that. I would love to see Kyrie become another champion and add to his resume. But I feel like he's found a safe space in Dallas. He looks very healed. He looks very, happy, and he just looks like he's just enjoying the game of basketball and being a professional basketball player, and not worried about answering things dealing with the world and religion and all those conspiracy things. He's just playing basketball, and he showed it. For OKC, Dort, the forward for OKC, I love that kid, man. Like that dude is a baller, and I felt like he has an old school game, and they wasn't allowing him to be physical with Luka, because he was making Luka work for a lot of his points, and a lot of the buckets Luka was getting. So I was just disappointed, man. They wouldn't just let them play basketball at the end of the day. So with that being said, man, Luka still did his thing, regardless of the fouls he was receiving. Luka still came out with a triple-double, 29, 10, and 10. Kyrie with an additional 22 points, man. Derrick Jones was the biggest X factor for Dallas, because he made up for the points PJ Washington was giving them throughout the series. PJ only had 9, but it was the most important 9. And Derrick Jones, he dropped 22 as well. So it was a very cohesive performance, man, from the Dallas Mavericks, man, to come back from like 17 points. Now, as far as OKC, man, please understand, man, that they will be around for a long time. They are very young. Shea, man, dropped 36, man. He was such a smooth superstar throughout this series, man, with the way he would come with timely buckets, when they were down or needed, a go-ahead bucket to tie a game, man. He was just too poised, man. Shea is definitely going to be a future MVP of this league, possible multiple times. I love the squad, man. And one thing I want to say about OKC before I wrap this up, when Chris Paul was playing with OKC as the point guard, that team shifted psychologically once he left because Chris Paul went to Phoenix like the following season, and they were close to defeating, I believe, the Houston Rockets in the playoffs. But around that time, man, Chris Paul had pretty much coined that team to be a team that people better watch out for, and they did an exceptional job. I love this team. I look forward to watching them. I'm so saddened that their season ended, man. I wish it could have went 7 games and they went out in 7 if they had to lose, but I believe they would have won in 7 if they had played the 7th game. But they have a great core, man, and I believe they probably need a little more veterans on the team, possible. But the core of this team, man, is a force to be reckoned with, and this may end up becoming a rivalry, man, because it was a little bit of tension, you know what I'm saying, throughout the series. And Dort gonna come back better. Like, you got to think he's improved because he didn't even have a jump shot at first. He was just strictly defense and transition points maybe. But now you have to respect him at the perimeter. So he's only gonna get better, study film, and learn how to better initiate his body to create contact for fouls and play better defense. And they got Jalen Williams as well, who's a great contributor coming off the bench, I believe. So it's a lot to look forward to with OKC, man. And Dallas had their work cut out for them. They came with it. For them to be the younger team and still took them 6 games says a lot. Well, that's all I have to say about this series, man. If you made this far to the video, man, I want to say thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. And as always, be God Level. The genius is in you. I am James Vergado, God Level Genius. God Level Genius.